Good evening. It's Saturday night. I hope you can hear me properly. Let's just check. Oh, I should be going. So hopefully the sound is there. Now, it's your Saturday night and I'm here with you. I'm your Saturday night. It's good to see you. If you haven't been keeping up with my broadcasts, you might have missed something. So we'll get to that soon. We'll get to that real soon. But welcome to Mackenzie's Tavern. I'm your Saturday night, and well, we're gonna have an interesting evening. Um, First off, we are talking about art, film, um, writing, and identity, and how those things come together. We have a grumpy cat already. Hello, Silver Fox, and welcome to your Saturday night. I'm your Saturday night. How are you doing together? How are you? I was thinking about talking to the cats while I was talking, and it just happened. I'm so happy that we're here together. So, just a quick hi from the tavern. Oh, I hope you're doing wonderful. I hope you've had a great week. I've already started to get a little perspiration, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. It's warm. I'm in armor, and sometimes the tavern gets hot. So, oh my goodness. But I'm having a wonderful day. So, if you're just joining me, our conversation tonight on your Saturday night is going to be film, art, writing, and identity. And I want to start off by actually just sharing something with anyone here. Just so you know, um, I just recently became an award-winning filmmaker. I was a filmmaker before, but I have won my first award, and I'm feeling very proud for my short experimental film Catalyst, and I actually was awarded Best Experimental Short Film, the jury selection. And I'm feeling super proud. Oh, so super proud. I am so happy you're here with me tonight. We are going to talk about film. And we're going to talk about art. And we're going to talk about writing. You're tweeting, yay! I'm so glad. I really have. Oh, I've gotten out some of my bling for the evening, so little celebration. Got my nice necklace on. I got my armor. I've done my hair nice. A little made up. But I'm incredibly happy. So please tweet away. So before, I guess one of my streams is having a connection issue. It happens. So I hope that I'm clear. I hope that everything looks good, and we're just going to carry on. So I'm going to start by talking about the first thing that you might notice if you join me, and that is this right here. So if you haven't been watching the streams up until now, the past couple morning streams, you might not have heard about this, but so there's that. And we're going to talk about it a little, but it's not the entirety of what we're talking about. It's only part of it. Only part of it. I probably will ruin my lipstick tonight. That's okay. Oh my goodness. We got lots of parties, lots of happiness. It's a beautiful day. And I'm so happy for you being here. I'm so happy for anyone who's here. And whether you're watching this now or watching it later, I appreciate that you're here. I appreciate that you're watching, and I appreciate you. So, we're going to actually talk about Catalyst. So, whether or not you've seen it, I'm very proud of it. I'm very, very proud of it. And just give me 1 second. I have to make sure that when I do this, you don't end up hearing like a loud noise. So what we're going to do is that, and that, and then I do have all of this stuff so that I can share it with all of you. And we're going to start with this. So please feel free to check out that link. That is Catalyst. Click it, save it, watch it, and also please subscribe to my YouTube where I release my short films. I'm really proud of them, and I'm really proud of the work that I'm doing, and I'm really proud of the recognition that I got as a filmmaker. And I made my first, I believe it was in 2009, I made my first short film properly. And we got KDJ, Kenny. Okay, so I'm gonna, hold on. This is a long one, and I'm gonna savor the flavor of the awesomeness in you, sir, for sharing your delectable nuggets of wisdom, kindness, goodness, patience, encouragement, empathy, understanding, sincerity, perseverance, knowledge, honesty, love, hope, courage, tenacity. Oh my goodness, it's so long. But I'm just gonna, okay. And then perseverance, knowledge, honesty, love, hope, courage, tenacity, awesomeness, caring, positivity, compassion, passion. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Ken. Thank you so much. So let's persevere and keep going forward. So I have actually entered Catalyst into several film festivals, and I currently have been selected and then won Best Experimental Short Film, obviously, because I said that earlier, but I'm saying it again because I'm really proud. So there's a huge validation in receiving an award for any artistic work you make, and I'm incredibly proud of it. And I'm just in case, no, well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to share it again yet. We're going to move forward because there are other things to talk about. So I do make more short films, but first we're going to talk a little bit about Catalyst and what Catalyst. There's a lot of meanings to Catalyst, but the essence of the film itself is in sadness that turns to rage and anger, no direction and no escape. And there's so much more to it, but that's just one layer. And oftentimes I don't always address the reasons that I've been sad or depressed in the past, but I'm addressing them now. And it starts with the simple things, so simple, every one little thing at a time. So as it is, I've only spoken to a couple of people, and though I did address this in my morning stream Thursday, and then my morning stream Friday, and then in my videos that I released on LinkedIn on Thursday and Friday, I actually have a very small group of people who I've spoken to directly. And I know that I probably should have talked to a whole lot more, but we're moving forward because there's no reason to wait at all. Oh, Kenny, here, since you are just here, we've got the bling. Bling, 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 bling. All right. So, let's carry on. I have plans to make additional films, and then there's previous films that I've made that there's a lot I can touch on. It's my purest art. Filmmaking is the purest art I have. Painting and writing, I love them, and I will never stop doing them. Film is where I get to express enormous things, huge things, beautiful things, personal things, and I get to do it in a way that I guess I'm deeply passionate about. The ability to tell an emotion as a story, and that is something that I do in my films. So, though I'm just gonna say, more appropriate address, Kenny. So KDJ, you can always replace the sir with ma'am or lady. Try lady. Okay. Mm. I'm just sinking into my groove here, because it's your Saturday night and we're here at the tavern. There's a little bit of song for the night. All right, so some other things we're going to talk about this evening. My books, Without the Light, and also In Absentia, and then this wide world that I've created, the Great Web, but also some themes that exist in these. We're going to talk about some of my art and the reasoning behind a large amount of my art. And, pardon me, I'm feeling good, feeling great, but I know I've said it a few times, but it's the beginning of the show. The topic is film, art, writing, and identity. And there's so much to a person that we can discuss. You do a wardrobe change into your suit. No, I'm not doing a wardrobe change in the middle of the show. I mean, the most I might do is take off some armor, which is known to happen. Take a little off. Though I do have some nice suits and some nice ties, and I only wear them now and again. I did a few streams wearing a suit and tie, and I liked them. They were fun. Maybe on a different show. Because tonight is your Saturday night, and I'm your Saturday night. I hope everything is going all right. We're quickly going to set this down soon. I do have some wonderful handmade leather shoes. They're beautiful. Absolutely. I want several more pairs because they're amazing. Also, as I encouraged in my streams previously and in my videos previously on Thursday and Friday, if you have questions, oh my goodness, Kenny, KDJ, I will wear them another evening. immediately just want me in the suit and tie. And that's okay. I look good in a suit and tie. I do. Wait, Kenny, have you never seen me wear a suit and tie before? Because I've done that at other people's events and things. I think I've even, in the video chats on the Discord, I think I've even, not on my Discord, but on the Beast Note, I think I have actually worn a suit and tie. Okay. I will make a point to wear a suit and tie some evening. Okay. I know, actually, I think in my profile picture still here on Twitch, I think I'm actually in my suit and tie, aren't I? I am. I totally am. No, I am. Yes, I'll put on some really nice shoes. Silver Fox, so happy to have you here. KDJ, so happy to have you here. What I'm going to do is, if anyone has just dropped in, I'm actually going to share this one more time. Feel free to subscribe to me on YouTube. That is actually a link to my short film Catalyst. Savor the flavor. So please subscribe to me on YouTube. I'm going to be putting up more short films on various subjects and various subject matters, and that is where I can be the most free, the most creative, the most in touch with displaying every feeling and emotion and thought, and doing it in a way that I'm passionate about. And I am passionate about the visual medium of film. With art, like painting and drawing, well, actually mostly with my charcoal drawing, I'm incredibly, I don't know, I guess more, I'm oriented towards a solid state image. You can potentially interpret it a million ways, or just, or you can just enjoy what you see. But, oh, okay. I hope my connection's good. I'm sorry you have a crap connection. I understand, it happens to me all the time. It was. And before this stream is over today, for anyone who comes in, I'm going to share your Saturday night Discord link. And actually, KDJ, Silverfox, you can also feel free to share those links anywhere. Well, in the stream, anytime. If people come in and they're talking, feel free to share them. But first horn is empty. First one. Let's make sure. All right. And yes, I do intend on hosting more video after parties on the Discord, so I will make that clear right now. I don't know what's going on in the chat, but okie dokie artichoke. All right, so I've made sure. So I would like to actually transition right now. So the major short films that I've done that are actually publicly available are available in a few different places, but I'm just going to touch on them really quick. Currently, there is Deception, the Damon song, and that's actually my oldest short film. Thank you so much. I felt spectacular. I loved it. It was so amazing. So there's Deception. There's Deception, the Damon song, and that is actually my oldest available to the public short film. Oh my goodness, I know I was there. Oh my goodness. So Deception Damon Song is actually one of my oldest currently available to the public short films. After that, there was actually The Devil's in the Details, Call Me Mode, which I was going to do as a series, which I would love to revisit at some point in time with more mature, more diverse mindset. And then beyond that, there's actually Pretension, a bad film, and then there's also and then there was Nothing, and then there's Catalyst, and then there's Atmos Nether. Now, Atmos Nether is actually a follow-up to the storyline from Deception, the Damon Song. So, I do revisit concepts, and I have some ideas for films coming in the future, several ideas. And what I actually would like to do is, it costs a lot of sweat equity to make a film, because I do the music, the editing, the filming, and you can, and I fully invite it. We'll see, but thank you so much, KDJ. Yeah, I do the storyboarding, the writing, the filming, the lighting, the editing, the music, the acting, the post-production, pre-production. I do it all, actually. So I just want to address something that sometimes people might not understand if they don't do anything in that vein. For a single person like myself to actually make a 3 to 5 minute short film, it can take upwards of 20 or more hours entirely. So it takes it takes roughly 20 or more hours to make, and that's just the basics. Get it soon before you can. You know what, KDJ? I wish you the longest, most amazing, happiest life. And I'm just going to say this now. I've actually entered, but I haven't been selected yet for the Medusa Film Festival. I'm actually looking at the Cult Film Festival and Fourth Dimension Film Festival, and there's actually the Reykjavik Short Film Festival I've entered, but a lot of these I have to wait. So I don't know if I've been selected yet, but there's a number of them that I have actually entered. And I've entered some in the past. This is the first year that I've ever been selected, and I'm really proud of that. But also, this past year was the first year that I ever had an art show that I was part of, and we will transition and talk about art soon. But there's actually another topic I want to go into that relates to this, and that's actually alter egos. And when it comes to the films that I make, or the stories that I write, or the art that I make, alter egos play a huge portion in that. And I made a joke during someone else's. That foot is getting close. Okay. I hear you loud and clear. We're just gonna just so everyone can see this. That foot is getting close to that bucket. And also, Silver Fox, you are more than welcome to make a film with me. I would love that. I welcome any talent for any purpose. And I would love that. I would love it completely. So we're going to continue onward. And I would like to talk about alter egos. officially the character. We have a cat in the tavern. Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. Come here. You leave all that alone. Come here. Cat in the tavern. Come on. Come here. Okay. She gets. Ooh, I'm getting caught. Cat's in the tavern. Cat's in the tavern. Let's just show that. Cat's in the tavern. All right. So one of the big things that actually comes up in my films is alter egos, but it also comes up in my writing and in my art. And I would actually like to discuss that because that's a wonderful, just so everyone can see this. KDJ, don't worry. There's going to be more awards. You're going to get to hear all about them. In fact, I actually feel confident. I feel very confident that I will get more selections. I will get more mentions. I will get more potentially awards, and I think it's going to happen. Okay. Just so you can. Okay. So alter egos plays a huge portion in my films and my art and my writing, and a part of that is actually, it's going to come back to the concept of identity. I've had a very long time in my life where identity has actually been an issue, my capacity to grasp my own identity. And I dealt with that a lot of different ways that we're not going to talk about in this show. But one of the biggest ways that I dealt with that over the years was by creating identities. And when you have this feeling like you're not who you're supposed to be, like you're completely and totally, this is not who you are. This person that you see in the mirror, that's not who you are. This person that people talk to you as, that's not who you are. This person you're expected to be, that's not who you are. I don't know if this happens for everyone, but for me, it became an issue where I had to create an identity. I had to create identities to try to accommodate other people. But when I did that, it became easier to create identities to accommodate myself and other people. Now, everyone lost, and I'm going to be fair on that. Like, we all lost. There wasn't a winner there. Nobody gains from that. We do it in business, and we do it in personal affairs, and we do it day to day. A lot of people adopt some manner of identity. And, thank you very much. So a lot of us, we adapt some identity, something to make us either palatable or acceptable, or maybe we're worried about some facet of ourselves that people won't particularly like. No ramen noodles. But I actually took a very different approach to identity. I didn't feel I was who I was supposed to be, or who people wanted me to be, or who I should be. And there's a lot of pressure to that. So I did probably the opposite of what was helpful. Is I decided I would go far and extreme, and I actually pushed myself into extremes of identity where, you know, what is that? What? Okay, we're going to ignore that. All right. I push myself into extremes of identity, and those can actually be seen in my films. Because when you push yourself into an identity extreme where you're not who you want to be, and you're not who other people want you to be, and you're not who you're supposed to be, and you can't necessarily be who you're supposed to be without some sort of backlash on that. I went as far and extreme as I could, and by doing that, I actually embraced the worst qualities of myself, some of the worst qualities of myself, and I fully embraced them. And I also embraced the worst qualities of the place that I lived and where I grew up, and worst qualities of people I knew, and I went ahead and I turned it all into this mesh. And that mesh was just so far removed from where I was or who I was. It hurt. And oh my God, it hurt. It hurt everywhere. And again, that's a conversation for another stream, at least as far as how that hurt affected me. But I created many alter egos over the years. And I gave them names, and I approached people with these names, and I created public personalities. My longest running and still existing is Robot King Studios, and I don't want to get rid of Robot King Studios because that was actually a creative outlet for me. I'm just going to change the name, and I'm going to get a chance to go back to it, but then be me, like be me completely. Just I want to address this. I am glad too. Let's see. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, KJ. And then no one should feel like they can't be who they are. You're so right. And it happens. It's part of our existence in our lives where oftentimes there's this push to be something ideal, something else. Society does suck. We're going to leave that one up for a while. We're going to leave that right there for a bit. So in my films and in my public personalities and in my creations, I would adopt these things. One of these creations is a character. Baba Yaga. Baba. No. 1 second. Ooh. Sorry for the witchcraft and sorcery. I saw that everything got a little weird there. Hopefully you didn't get to see as reality was torn asunder in the background. But Baba doesn't want to leave the green screen alone. Yeah, okay, I shouldn't acknowledge that, but welcome to Mackenzie's Tavern. This is my tavern. We're now going to ignore all of that, and we're going to phase back into a conversation because this is a conversation that I actually think has great value. Cat distracted. All right, we're going to continue forward. Okay, I'm just going to leave that up. I'm just going to leave that up for a little bit longer because society sucks. I think it's just very valid. And society does suck. Our culture, people are good. People are good. They don't always act good. They don't always behave well. They're not always nice. They're not always kind. But people are good. Society, culture, expectations. Those aren't good. And I'm not saying that we need to fundamentally change everything. maybe we should change some things. We're going to move topics because there's still so many things to talk about, and I would like to talk a moment about my characters in writing. I don't have a copy of the book on hand, but my very first novel, as it were, Goblin by Choice. Catfight. Thank you. I'm taking that down. Yes, Baby was attacking Callie because they can't. He just wants to start mischief right now, and I hope he doesn't keep it up, because if he does, I might have to just go over and deal with him, and then Kitty is loud. So back on topic. So my very first published, not something that was like an anthology or something I published elsewhere, but my very first novel or book, as it were, was Goblin by Choice. For years, it was published under the name Radar Cogsnatch. And not going to talk about that too much. It is still available, and hello, Veg Rockman. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, if you're out shopping and you're watching, just remember to do the most important thing: put the broccoli in the cart, not the phone. Okay. Oh, KDJ, Veg Rockman is Veg Rocker Man. Oh my goodness, Veg Rocker M. Veg Rocker is one of our wonderful fans, part of the wonderful environment here, and I appreciate Veg a whole lot. I may have to grab a drink here. I'm getting hot. But back to what I was talking about. So when I wrote, thank you. When I wrote that particular book, it was yes. Thank you. That was actually one of those points where it was me at my worst, and in I left that book under the name Radar Cogsnatch for years. I didn't ever edit it. I didn't ever cut anything out, whether it was cruel or mean or anything, or self-deprecating or angry. And there was so much that I let out in that. And that was one of my alter egos, and I left it that way. And then years later, I changed the name, the byline. I kept the name Radar Cogsnatch on it. I just added my other name to it. And there it sits, still available for sale. And it's an alter ego, but it's also an admission. And that admission, if you paid attention, was how broken I was, how hurting I was. These alter egos save us and destroy us. You can't be someone you're not, even if that other person that you're being is a armor. And oftentimes that's what it is. Those alter egos are armors. defend us and they protect us, but they're not like real armor. It's heavy. It weighs you down. It drags you down. You can't stay in it forever. I have to take this off. This all has to come off. It can't stay. I can't live in it. You can't live in it. If you were wrapped in some protective shell, it doesn't matter if it was made for you or if it wasn't, if it was picked up somewhere along the way, or if you cobbled the pieces together as tiny little touchstones of life and adorned yourself with piece by piece by piece. It doesn't matter. You can't live in it. You can put it on for a time. You can stay that way. But you can't live that way. The longer you do, the more exhausted you are, the more worn down you are, the more dragged down you are. The more you're dragged down by your own protective shell, the more battered down you are, the more broken you are, the more less yourself you are. And the further and further and further you get away from yourself, the worse it is. You can't live exhausted, hurting, and sore, encapsulated. So I'm going to digress off that. But Radar Cogsnatch was one of my first, not one of my first, but it was one of my public shells. This thing to enwrap me and enshroud me and cover me. That's all it was. That's all it was. The Robot King, when I originally made that, was a way to shroud myself. And when I created all these things, most of them were just to push as much of something else out there as I could. One of the places where I didn't do that as much, where I left a larger vein of truth, was many, many years ago when I started writing Without the Light. Some of the oldest portions of Without the Light, I actually looked back, and the files go back to like 2006. And that's when some of the first ones were written. I wrote a bunch of this, not a bunch, but I wrote some of this while I was actually living with my older brother for a time. I wrote more of it still on my own, wrote more of it still when I was dealing with addiction and difficulty, and everything just kept going. And so then I was there, and I had this book, this thing that I had created. And so in Without the Light, one of the first characters that you meet is Courtney Rubel. And Courtney is a broken man. He's a drug addict, and he's thinking of extreme self-harm. And there's all these other aspects, and there's a bunch of characters in Without the Light that go through incredibly difficult things, incredibly hard things, and it all started with Courtney, who carries such a great vein of truth, and approaches so many things that I personally had dealt with. Addiction and pain and self-harm and isolation, and even Courtney's name is an acknowledgement to something. And I use language which is decidedly discriminatory in relation to Courtney in the beginning. And And these things too are a portion of this whole concept, this whole thing, and the road and the entirety. Which brings us back to the concept of alter egos. Courtney Rebel is nothing more than an additional alter ego for me, some other thing to channel, uh, and Courtney does something that I didn't get to do. In the story, he gets to transform and change who he is, and he gets to go far and wide and leave everything that he used to be behind, and he gets to adventure and see the universe, frankly, because in Without the Light there's the Great Web, and the Great Web is many, 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 many worlds in a very um, ephemeral kind of mythical, spiritual, but also fantasy concept, and it's broad and it's wide, and there's so much to it, and I'm not going to get into all that, but that's one more thing, and just me one moment. I had this saved and then I lost it. Oh, but if anyone here wants to say something, feel free. I know I'm going on, but there's so much to say, and in all those things, there's a lot to talk about. So what you're actually going to see right now in there, I just shared a link, and that's to Without the Light, Volume 1, which I'm very proud of. It was a big undertaking. The series itself is not done. Without the Light Volume 2 is actually out. And then I have other book series. But these are just things, that are going to continue, and I'm going to delve deep into, and I'm going to get into more conversations and more concepts. But yeah, so if you would like to understand, or at least be able to explore the fantasy world I've created, which is also an exploration of many concepts: stoicism, materialism, identity, life, transformation, spirituality, the afterlife, um, layer upon layer of all these different things. You can start looking into them in the Great Web, which there's currently 5 books that exist that take place in the Great Web, and there are going to be more. So there's that. I would very much appreciate if you got a copy of Without the Light, and I would very much appreciate that if you got a copy, that you share the link with other people, or that you leave a review, or both. So if you have a copy, please, please, please leave a review. Reviews are like gold to a writer. So there's that. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to stop just for a moment. I need to have a beverage. I know this is definitely a different kind of show than most, but I also think it has incredible value, and we're going to continue to discuss film, art, writing, identity, things related to these. It's, whew, look at that. All right. So we still have a couple more things to talk about. Whoop, that flipped right around. But how's everybody doing? I hope you're enjoying all of this. I hope that you're having a good time. Just need to grab something really quick. Getting warm. Warm. I'm going to interrupt just for a quick little self-promotion here. I'm glad. Hold on, let's just put that up because that's, yeah. Doing so damn scrumptiously, deliciously, edibly tasty good. I am glad KDJ. Thank you, Silver Fox. I think it's pretty fun. I'm having a lot of fun. So I've dropped in the chat a link to my Patreon, which if you'd like to, I don't have to do that yet. Not yet. Soon. We have some time. But if you're just arriving to the show, to the stream, if you're new here, if you'd like to if you've been here before and you'd like to support me on Patreon, if you go to Patreon, there's going to be an exclusive story there, which I'm releasing in short episodes over time. It is only available currently on Patreon and nowhere else. There's exclusive shirts and art prints at higher monthly donation levels, and you can support directly my art, my writing, my films, my streams, my love of helping cats, and you can be a direct supporter even at $1 a month. Hey, Mr. Q, glad to see you. So, yeah. So please feel free. I would appreciate it so much if you join the Patreon and help support. Everything matters, and it's all going to go back into helping me create art and books and films and streams and things to give to all of you. Thank you so much. Whew. It's a good drink. I do have wine here, which I probably am not going to drink right now. Maybe I'll drink it later. I had some fruity raspberry and strawberry drinks yesterday to celebrate my award, and I'm feeling pretty freaking proud. Went down the wrong pipe. Have a great night. Thank you for being here, Mr. Q. It's been absolutely awesome to have you. Ooh. Yeah, I swallowed that down the wrong hole. Whew. All right. Oh. Ooh. Whew. All right. But we're gonna press on because there's still stuff to talk about. Now we're actually in our last 36 minutes for the week for your Saturday night. I've been talking and talking. So awesome. That's great. I'm so happy for everyone who's been here. I'm so appreciative of all of you. You're all so just you're great, and I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate all of you. So what I'm going to do is, now that we're kind of in the last 35 minutes here, is I definitely want to open things up. We're going to talk about my art really quick, and then I'm going to open things up for some conversation, questions. You know, if you... Thank you so much, Katie J. So I'm just going to touch on my art really quick, because that ties into all of this too. If you've seen any of my paintings are mostly abstract. If you've seen my charcoal work, I'm striving towards a pseudo-realism. It's not realism per se, but it's a pseudo-realism. A lot of it is still mildly abstracted. Sometimes I even put acrylic or various colors over top of it. But, you know, you'll notice something it's very particular, and almost every single figure that I draw is female, and it deserves to be addressed, right? So let's address it, and I'm going to address it in the most direct way possible. You know, some people they try to manifest things in their lives, and those manifestations could be all sorts of things. You can put up like a manifestation, or like a visualization board, or a dream board, or you can try to be like, okay, eventually I'm going to have this car, or eventually I'm going to have this house, or I'm going to have this job. Well, with the things that I wanted in life, most of the things that you'd stick on like a dream board, or put in some sort of aspirational list or goal set, I just worked on it. You know, I work. I wanted to be a filmmaker. I made films. I wanted to be an artist. I made art. I wanted to be a writer. I wrote. And I know that sounds so simplistic and basic. And it is. But it's not. I mean, there's work. There's so much work, and there's learning, and there's all these things you have to do. But when it came to what did I want to manifest, I would draw, you know, sort of what I wanted to be. And that's where that alter ego comes in. Putting myself in the place of all those women, all those people. They were beautiful. They looked certain ways. They had certain features. You know, it's just, it was something I was trying to manifest for myself. Can I manifest this? Can I make it happen? Yeah, the short and simple of it is no. You can't just do it that way. You can't just draw something and then become it. That is just like how I approached everything else. I wanted to be a writer, so I wrote. I wanted to make films, so I made films. I wanted to stream, so I started streaming. I wanted to do YouTube videos, so I started doing YouTube videos. I wanted to make art, so I made art. And it's that action. Action is the only thing that makes things happen. You cannot wish for something to happen and have it happen. And if you can, congratulations. Congratulations. You know, and the number of things I've done in my life, I'm not going to go into that list, but the arts were my calling. But who I am is right here, Mackenzie. And no amount of drawing what I wanted to be was going to make that happen. Action was going to make that happen. And that's the wrong way to say that. No amount of drawing who I was going to make that happen. Action is going to make that happen. Whoever you are in here, to to make that here, you have to act. And I know that seems, again, like that's so simple. It's so simple. Just act. Just do. Just be. Just live. It's not. Oh, I wonder if it'll censor if I put it up here. There you go, KDJ. I do so much work for the things that I strive to be. I finally had an art show this past year. I finally got selected for a film festival this past year. I finally got an award for a film this past year. In 2020, I published 5 times. 5 times. I published 5 times in 2020, where I had barely published. And this is actually why that is significant. I have 10 publications between 2013 and 2021. 5 of them happened in 2020. Now, I've been busy with other things for 2021, but that doesn't matter. I'm working, I'm writing. I'm not going to include all of my short stories that I'm putting up as publications. It's not. The point is the point. 2020 and 2021 were my years. I made more films, made more art, I wrote more stories and books. I did more things. I created this show. I did more in between the end of 2019 and the beginning of 2021, middle. So I did more in that period of time than I had done in all the years prior. Guy, it is wonderful to see you. I'm glad you're here. All right. Woo! We finished another. So how's everyone doing? Are you enjoying the show? Cheers, guys. Cheers. Cheers. Oh. Oh, that ring's coming off soon. It's getting in the way. If I can't fill my horn, that ring's coming off. Thank you so much. Thank you. This horn's for you. Horns for everyone. Thank you so much, Kim. Thank you, Veg Rocker. Thank you, Silver Fox. Thank you, Guy. Mr. Q's already gone, but thank you to him too. It's been a little okay, maybe not a little heavy hitting, but it's definitely the kind of show that maybe I want to do more often. Thank you. There's all sorts of things to talk about. So I just want to share really quick. This is currently the Great Web book set. Guy, I'm just happy you're here, and you can totally catch it on the replay. Watch it again. This is a good one. currently going to one of my YouTubes and here, so please feel free to watch it again. So this is the entire current. I mean, there's going to be more books coming out not very soon, but there's going to be more books coming out. So Without the Light, Volume 1 and 2, In Absentia, and its follow-up book, Obscurus, and then Acolyte. So these 5 books make up everything in the Great Web so far. I deal with a lot of different things, and then I deal with discrimination, I deal with transformation, I deal with identity, I deal with the poor, and I deal with spirituality, and I deal with stoicism and self-harm and addiction and alcoholism, and I talk about growth, and then there's redemption. And there's lots of characters. I don't have time to talk about all of them. Pardon me. But there's so much there. I can't talk about it all at once, but next week we do party. Ooh, we're gonna get into this right now. I'm gonna tell you something good. If you didn't know, well, now you know, and maybe you should. Next weekend, July 17th, is my birthday. My birthday. My finger is swollen and this ring hurts. It's gonna have to come off. Ooh. Happens sometimes. What is that? All right. So my birthday celebration. I've been thinking about this. Don't worry. We're gonna get it all sorted out. But I do want to share my birthday with all of my wonderful friends. So, just a quick note. I had actually changed a lot of things, various places online. I'm not done. There's still so much to do, and there's still people to talk to. But when I received my very first film award, it was sent to Mackenzie W. The very first award I got in film says me. Okay, so we're gonna do. We're coming to the last 20 minutes. Thank you so much. I'm gonna show that to everyone because I'm happy. Thank you. All right. So we're coming to the end of the show, and really what I would like to do is I'm going to open this to conversation, because I don't want to be a monolith. I'm not a monolith. Thank you. Thank you, Silver Fox. Oh my goodness. Most of this has not held up very well. So there you go. There's what it looks like without the glasses. I hope it still looks good. I'm sweaty, wearing armor. My hair's a mess. I hope I look nice. All right. So we are in the question and answer round. KDJ. Thank you. Nom nom nom. Oh my goodness. So we're in the last 20 minutes, so we're in the question and answer. Also, if anyone, I'm going to throw the link up towards the end. If anyone would like to join for a little bit of, and I'm not going to be there long, just so you know. I mean, I'll make some time. We're all friends. It'll be good. But if you want to do a little bit of after party conversation in Your Saturday Night Discord in Mackenzie's Tavern, we're going to open that up later. So if you're interested, okay. If you're not part of the Your Saturday Night Discord, well, I don't know. I'm gonna I'll put the link up for the end of the show so you can join. Silver Fox, I watched your live earlier. I believe, as Juana said, you look fleek. You're on fleek. Is that how that says? That goes. Whoa, oh, that was awful. How did I go? You're on fleek. Okay, so we are in question and answer. So if anyone wants, and this is just a reshare of something from earlier. It just gotten here, or if you're interested, please support me on Patreon. Even for as low as $1 a month, you'll get access to exclusive videos, pictures, and a story which is available nowhere else. And I'm releasing an episode, and I'm going to tell you about that story just really quick. We're going to do an interjection here. So the story on Patreon is 30 Days in the Apocalypse with Dr. Scienzo Magnifico. It is a sci-fi apocalyptic story. It's not post-apocalyptic. It is during the apocalypse. And it actually has a lot of themes. Primarily, the themes are in celebrity, internet celebrity, toxic relationships, manipulation, and the downsides of being a celebrity. Two characters that you meet during that are Bam and Kitty, and they are our primary characters in 30 Days in the Apocalypse with Dr. Scienzo Magnifico. Kitty is an e-girl. She is a celebrity. She does lives. She has a following, a big following, and then Bam is her social media manager. But it's an apocalypse, so her celebrity doesn't just involve her taking pictures looking pretty. She's an internet celebrity and an e-girl who also, doofs monsters. And she does it on lives, and she does it in pictures. And Bam, her social media manager, he lords over her with a toxic, manipulative, cruel, and seductive fist. So, I highly recommend that you check it out. It deals with a lot of different topics. On the surface level, yes, it's a sci-fi apocalypse coming out in episodes. On the deeper level, it's trauma and pain and manipulation and dealing with narcissists and internet celebrity and celebrity itself and all these different aspects. Someone controlling another person. So there's actually a lot of depth to it. And even if you join my Patreon at the lowest tier level, $1, you have access to 30 Days in the Apocalypse with Dr. Scienzo Magnifico. So you can read it as it comes out. The episodes are coming out sporadically. I'm going to get on a more tight schedule soon, but there's currently 4 parts to the story. You could binge it pretty quick, and you won't be able to read the rest or read any of it unless you're on my Patreon. So just putting that out there. All right. I just rambled on, but it was good. It was good. So, and I'm just going to share this again. That's actually the link to Without the Light Volume 1. Please pick up a copy. Please share it with other people. Please leave a review. Worked for years on these writings, and I just want to give them to the world. All right. Do you like the ambiance, by the way, in the tavern? I think it's great. Welcome to Mackenzie's Tavern. I'm Mackenzie, and it is my tavern. I know, it's so silly, but at the same time, let's be fair. It was there, and it was obvious. And I don't know. All right. So I open it up to the floor. We have, we're getting to the end of the show. If you want to ask questions, you can ask questions. If you'd like to know more about my books, I'm happy to talk about them. If you'd like to know more about my films, I'd be happy to talk about them. And in case, one second. In case you have not seen Catalyst, which is now an award-winning short experimental film, there is the link to that. Please subscribe to me on YouTube. Please, I will appreciate you so much. Leave comments, likes. I'll just be happy. You know, the great thing about Armor is that if you're dancing to a song that doesn't have percussion or a rhythm section, you can create the rhythm. And if you're dancing to a song that's not even there, you can create all of it. Oof. All right. You know, I know I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. I appreciate all of you. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm always so happy to share this time with you. I'm always, I don't know. I'm just overjoyed. Just gotta get something really quick here. And we're just gonna drop this. If you are not a member of our Discord, the Your Saturday Night Discord, I encourage you to click the link that I've just shared from the tavern page. And go ahead, join the Discord. We'll do a short evening together if you're interested tonight in Mackenzie's Tavern. There is a room specifically. It's a voice video room, so you can join there. If you don't want to ask questions here on the live, that's fine. But you can join there and we can just have a conversation. It's open and we can just talk. It'll be great. Okay. We're really getting close. Like, there's 11 minutes left of this show. And I don't know. Let me hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys. I want your feedback. I want your questions, your thoughts. If you have a question about my stories, my art, my films, how all of this ties to who I am. Oh my God, I can see, like, look at how, oof, yeah. If you have questions about, you know, what next week's show will be, it'll probably be the Troubadour and I just doing music and having fun. If you'd like to know where you can get a drinking horn, I have an Amazon storefront where you can get a drinking horn from me. Wow, thank you. That goes right there. Thank you. I mean, I pour my heart and my soul into my work, and it's part of me. It is. It's part of me. I don't know how else to say it, but you know, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna share one last thing today. You know, if you would like to get my other books, my other publications, if you would like to go through my recommended reading list of people from the writing community that I'm involved in, if you'd like to see my recommendation for film gear or streaming gear, which I'm constantly adding to those recommendations, if you're interested in getting a drinking horn, you know, drinking horn. You know, please check out my Amazon storefront. I put a lot of time and thought into it. I'm going to continue putting time and thought in it. And there's also like tabletop gaming products on there because I do tabletop gaming. So you know, feel free to go to my Amazon storefront, pick up a drinking horn, pick up some tabletop gaming stuff. At least check out my streaming and film recommendations. My books are there, my publications, publications of other people. You know, definitely check them out. So we are in the last 8 minutes, and you know what that means. And by the way, I see 7 people here. So if you haven't said hello, time to say hello. Whew. And you know, in 8 minutes now, I'm going to be bidding you all good day. But for, I don't know, a little while, maybe an hour or so, longer if there's a lot of people who want to join. I'm going to be in the Your Saturday Night. Hello again, guy. Hello again. I'm going to be in the Your Saturday Night Discord in Mackenzie's Tavern in the voice video room, and we can talk for a little while and just spend some time together and have fun. So I'm just going to go ahead. Nope. Oh, that's the wrong one. Give me a second. Can't believe I did that. So if you're not a member of the Your Saturday Night Discord, you can join right there at that link that I have dropped from the tavern page, and you can come and we can spend a little time together. Just finish off the rest of the evening together, or at least finish off some of it. Please do join. Please do join. It's a great community. I have other live streamers there, good people. If you're around long enough, or if you get a drinking horn, you can become part of the exclusive Drinking Horn Club. I have recommended drinking horns on my Amazon storefront, which I've dropped the link to. Feel free to pick one up. Feel free to join the Discord. But I appreciate all of you. I'm so glad you've been here. So Guy, Silver Fox, Katie J, Veg Rocker, Mr. Q, everyone else who's been here who hasn't said anything, thank you for being here. So happy. Ooh, that tastes good. I've lost most of my lipstick. but my makeup's not running yet. Cheers to you. Cheers to you, Miss Silver Fox. Did you leave it on the horn? Did I leave what on the horn? What? Oh! Not that I can see. Yes. There's lipstick on the horn. If I had a dime for every time I left lipstick on a horn, I'd have at least a dime. All right. We're in the last 4 minutes. Thank you for being here. Mackenzie's Tavern thanks you for being here. Thank you so much. I'm Mackenzie, your Saturday night. I appreciate all of you. We're in our last 4 minutes or less together. I would just like to say each and every one of you is special, awesome, wonderful. I'm so happy you've been here. And technically, I guess, we're not going to say technically. This has been Mackenzie's coming out stream. So if you're watching this later or watching this now, I'm glad you're here. And this lady looks good on her. Thank you. All right. Ooh, that goes there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just a quick recap in the last couple of minutes. Number 1, I'm incredibly proud to be an award-winning filmmaker now. Woo! Number 2, my books and my art and my writing and my films, I really do hope that you check them out. Number 3, have a conversation with me about any of these things or how they relate to identity, come to the Discord. Number 4, I am going to be making more art, more films, more books, more streams. Please, 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 if you haven't already, support my Patreon or, just show up. We're putting this up right before the end of the show. Thank you so much, Silver Fox. Thank you. There we go. Please subscribe to my YouTubes. Please support me on Patreon. Please follow me on Twitch. Please continue to be amazing like you are. I appreciate all of you. We're in the last, not even 60 seconds. I hope you come by the Discord. I'll be in Mackenzie's Tavern. And we can all spend some time just talking. And it'll be great. Great. Probably be taking some armor off very soon. But it's 7 o'clock. Thank you so much. If you want to come join our conversation, please do. Okay. Until then, thank you for being here. Thank you again. I'm so happy to see you, my friends. I'll see you all again really soon. Take care. Be well. Be excellent, my friends. And I'm so happy for all your support. But this is the end of the stream. Toodles. Top.